What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I'm going to be giving my game recap of the Florida versus Utah game. This was a very good game, guys. A lot of back and forth. And I'm going to go ahead and get into the stats. Anthony Richardson went 17 for 24 for 168 yards. He also had 11 carries for 106 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he definitely stepped up, guys. He was named the starter, and he definitely led the offense in this game. Cameron Rising for Utah went 22 for 32 for 216 yards passing with 1 touchdown. He had 1 interception. And at rushing for Utah, they had Tavion Thomas. He had 23 carries for 115 yards and a touchdown. And receiving for Utah, Brent Kuithi, he had 9 receptions for 105 yards and a touchdown. And for Florida, Ricky Persall had 4 receptions for 67 yards. So, like I said, guys, that's the stats for the offenses on both sides. Stat-wise, total yards, Utah gained accumulated 446 yards total, and Florida had 451 yards total. Utah had a turnover, and Florida had a turnover as well. Time of possession for Utah, 32 minutes and 17 seconds. Florida had 27 minutes with 43 seconds, so Utah actually outgained them. And if I was to go to the stats for each quarter, Utah scored the first touchdown. Brent Kuithi had a 7-yard pass from Cameron Rising that put Utah up 7. Then Florida came back with 39 seconds left in the first quarter, scored touchdowns. Anthony Richardson with a 2-yard run. And they're tied at 7-7. In the beginning of the second quarter, with 10 minutes and 20 seconds left, Utah scored a field goal. Jordan Noyes scored a 43-yard field goal that put Utah 10-7. Utah scored another field goal, 31-yard field goal that put Utah up 13-7. Then Florida came back with 1 minute and 42 seconds left in the second quarter. Anthony Richardson had a 45-yard run, beautiful run, that put Florida up 14-13. Then in the third quarter, Utah scored a touchdown. Micah Bernard had a 7-yard run. Then they tried to go for a 2-point conversion, but they failed. Didn't get the extra point, but that put Utah up 19-14. Then in the fourth quarter, Florida scored another touchdown with 12 minutes and 48 seconds left. Montrell Johnson Jr. had a 14-yard run. Anthony Richardson passed to Jaquion Frazier for a 2-point conversion. And then Florida went up 22-19. Then Utah came back and scored a touchdown with 6 minutes and 26 seconds left on the clock. Tavion Thomas had a 4-yard run, touchdown, and that put Utah up 26-22. And then at the end of the game, Anthony Richardson scored a 1-yard touchdown run, and that put them up 29-26. And then toward the end of the game, Cameron Rising was in good position to score, and it actually looked like Utah was going to win the game, guys. And Cameron Rising got picked off in the end zone, and that sealed the deal for Florida. Tough game, a lot of back and forth, very exciting. Like I predicted, I predicted that Florida would get the game, and like I said, it was hard fought. Utah deserves all the praise. They're definitely a good team, but this was a huge win for Florida. And like I said, just see what both teams go from here. What they're gonna do, and I'm gonna definitely be watching both teams. Utah is still a great team. They still have their whole schedule ahead of them, and they can definitely make a strong comeback. Same thing with Florida. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do in the SEC East. Maybe they can give Georgia a run for their money. That all remains to be seen, but that's all I have for this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll definitely be back with more college football content. Thanks, guys, and roll tide.